everyone, my name is Amber and I'm going to be your English teacher today. So as many people are at home at the moment, not working or being able to study, I'm here and we're going to do an English class from our home. So I am not in the school at the moment. You can maybe see I am at home, but we are going to still have a fantastic class today. So today we're going to look at comparative adjectives. This is something for me that lots and lots of people make mistakes. From low-level students, elementary to intermediate to advanced students. Everybody makes mistakes of this, but it's very easy. So today we're going to look at comparative adjectives. We're going to look at 3 rules to make comparative adjectives and comparative sentences. If during this video you have any questions, please send them here and I will answer them for you. Okay, so let's start our English class today. So as I said, we are looking at comparative adjectives. Okay, so on the screen, you should be able to see this sentence structure. This is the sentence structure you need to make your comparative adjectives. Comparative sentences are used to talk about the differences between 2 things. Okay, so we have noun, verb, your comparative adjective, than, and noun. Okay, so if we wanted to talk about, say, Spain and the UK, we would say that Spain is bigger than the UK, for example. Spain is bigger than the UK. Okay, looking at the comparative adjective in the sentence, this is what we need to learn. So, as I said, there are 3 rules for how to make your comparative adjectives. Okay, rule number 1. Okay, this is looking at 1-syllable adjectives. Maybe you're thinking, what is a syllable? Don't worry, relax, I'm going to explain. So for example, my name is Amber. This is 2 syllables, Amber. Okay, we're looking for how many beats are in the word. So for example, table has 2 syllables, table. So our 1-syllable adjectives, some examples are tall, small, or big. So what we do to turn this into a comparative adjective, we add er, okay, or the sound You maybe look a bit stupid when you do this, but I promise it's the correct sound. You are adding an sound, or er. Let's look at some examples. Okay, so you have tall becomes taller, cheap becomes cheaper, and sweet becomes sweeter. Okay, that sound is taller, cheaper, sweeter. Okay, taller, cheaper, and sweeter. So if in a sentence we would say Sophie is taller than Tom. For cheap, we could say buses are cheaper than taxis. And for sweet, we could say chocolate is sweeter than pasta, for example. Okay. There is some extra things to be careful here when spelling these 1-syllable adjectives. So if you have an adjective that has a consonant, vowel, consonant, we need to do something a little bit different. Okay, your vowels are on the screen. There are 5 vowels in the English alphabet: A, E, I, O, U. That's A, E, I, O, U. Okay, so if you have a word that has a consonant, that's any other letter, a vowel, and a consonant, we need to do something a little different. Okay, let's look at some examples of this. So we have big, hot, and fat. These are all examples of a consonant, vowel, consonant. Okay, if we look at big, you have big, consonant, vowel, consonant. I is your vowel. The same with hot, consonant, vowel, consonant. O is your vowel. and fat, consonant, vowel, consonant. A is your vowel. So what do we do? It is very simple. Okay, we are going for these words, we're going to double that final consonant and add ER. Okay, double the final letter and add ER. So the example we had was hot becomes hotter. We have double T, ER, hotter. Big becomes bigger. You have double G in the middle plus ER, bigger. And fat becomes fatter. Double T, ER. Hotter, bigger, fatter. Okay. And this, guys, is rule 1. As I promised, it is very easy. 1 syllable adjectives, add ER. Okay, if you have any questions at this point, please send them and I will answer. But that is rule 1. Okay, let's have a look now at rule number 2. Okay, this is rule number 2. We are looking at adjectives ending in Y. Okay, the examples are here. We have happy, lucky, and funny. So, what do we do for these? So adjectives ending in Y, we remove that Y and add IER. Okay, take away the Y and add IER. Here are some examples for this. Okay, so happy is going to become happier, lucky is luckier, and funny is funnier. Okay, notice the pronunciation. You have 2 syllables. Happy becomes happier, happier, 3 syllables. The same for lucky becomes luckier. And funny becomes funnier. Okay, in a sentence, we could say that Nick is happier than Jonathan. Sophie is luckier than Max. And Anne-Marie is funnier than Jonathan. These are some examples of your sentences. Okay, and that again, guys, is rule 2. Okay, we have one more rule to look at. We're going to look at rule 3. Rule 3 is my favorite rule because it is the easiest rule to remember. So we're going to look now at adjectives with 2 or more syllables. These are not adjectives ending in Y because that is rule 2. So looking at adjectives with 2 or more syllables not ending in Y. So as I said, it's very simple. What we are going to, let's look at some examples first. So the examples of this is boring, difficult, exciting, or beautiful. All of these have 2 or more syllables. And what we will do for these words, we are just going to add more. You do not need to change these words. We are going to add more to the beginning of the word. So this will look like this. Boring becomes more boring. Difficult becomes more difficult. And beautiful becomes more beautiful. Okay, we are not changing. We are just adding more to the start of the word. So in a sentence, we could say that maths is more boring than English. For difficult, we could say science is more difficult than English. And for beautiful, we could say summer is more beautiful than winter. And that's it. That is rule 3. So we're going to look again to recap each rule. Rule 1 was looking at 1 syllable adjectives, and we said we add ER. So this was taller, smaller, and bigger. Okay. Rule 2 was adjectives ending in Y. We would remove the Y and add IER. We had happier, luckier, and funnier. And the final rule was rule 3, my favorite rule, the easiest rule, is adjectives with 2 or more syllables, we add more. So we had more exciting, more beautiful, and more boring. Okay, so with these 3 rules, it should now be possible to turn any adjective into comparative adjective. Okay, but always there are some exceptions or some irregular adjectives. These, I think, are the most important ones to know. With anything that is irregular, you must practice to remember and learn it. Okay, the rules do not work for these words. So we have good becomes better, bad becomes worse, and far becomes further. Okay, you do just have to practice these. The rules will not work. So we now have looked at all of the rules. We're going to see what you can remember and do a small quiz. So I have created this emoji challenge for you. It is a very easy challenge. There are 4 questions. You have a picture, a word, and a picture. What I want you to do is to send me the comparative adjective or the comparative sentence. Okay. So number 1, we have a lion, the word scary, and a pig. What is your comparative sentence? The same for number 2. We have a cake, the word sweet, and an emoji of sushi. What is your comparative sentence? Okay, number 3, we have a car, the word expensive, and a bike. The same. Please give me the comparative sentence. And finally, number 4, maybe some of you will disagree with me and you will not like number 4. But can you give me the sentence? You have a dog, the word good, and a cat. I'm going to give you maybe 30 seconds to start sending these now, and I'll have a look to see who has them correct, and then we will look at the answers. Okay, I can see some of you now are sending them through. Okay. Okay, definitely some of you are getting these correct. Oh, very good. Okay, well done, guys. Okay, I'm going to give you 10 more seconds just to finish it, and then we will go over the answers. Nice, well done. Okay, very good. Let's have a look at the answers then, as we've got lots of people who are getting them correct. So number 1, if you put scarier, you are correct. Okay, scary has a Y, so this is rule 2. We're removing the Y and adding IER. So your sentence is lions are scarier than pigs. Lions are scarier than pigs. Well done if you got that one correct. Let's have a look at number 2. Okay, number 2 is, the answer is sweeter. Okay, this is rule 1. 1 syllable adjective, sweet, becomes sweeter. So your sentence is cake is sweeter than sushi. Cake is sweeter than sushi. Okay. Number 3. Is we had expensive. The correct answer is more expensive. Okay, this is rule number 3. It has more than 2 syllables, so we add more. So the sentence is cars are more expensive than bikes. Cars are more expensive than bikes. Okay, and number 4, some of you are not happy with this, some of you disagree, but in my opinion, the answer is better. Dogs are better than cats. Okay, this is irregular. Remember, you just have to learn this. There is no easy way to do this apart from practice. Okay. Oh. How can I? Okay, so we have finished, guys. That is everything that I have to show you today. So we are at home, but I still have some homework for you. So there are two options. If you want to practice your writing, I want you to send me some sentences, some comparative sentences, telling me how your country is different to my country. Or if you want to do some speaking practice, I want you to send me a video of you and tell me how your country is different to my country, different to the UK. Thank you very much for joining me for today's class. I hope that you have learned something, and now comparative adjectives will be very, very easy for you. If you have any questions, please send them to me now. I'll be around to reply to messages, and I look forward to receiving your homework. Any questions, just send them. But if not, I will see you all on Thursday for our next Instagram Live lesson. Thank you very much for joining. Have a fantastic day. Goodbye.